Michael Mann's 1992 film The Last of the Mohicans stands as the most critically acclaimed adaptation of James Fenimore Cooper's 1826 novel, The Last of the Mohicans, a narrative of 1757. While the novel has inspired dozens of film and television renditions since the early 20th century, Mann's interpretation brought cinematic intensity, emotional depth, and visual grandeur that far surpassed its predecessors. With Daniel Day-Lewis delivering a gripping performance as Hawkeye, the film reinvented the tale for a modern audience, but it also reignited debate about the problematic legacy of its source material. Set during the French and Indian War, the story unfolds in the midst of British and French colonial tensions in North America. The 1992 film grounds its action around the historical siege of Fort William Henry, yet, like the novel, takes creative liberties with historical facts. Despite this, Mann's adaptation attempts to move beyond the one-dimensional portrayals of indigenous peoples that plagued earlier versions, even if it doesn't entirely escape the colonialist undercurrents of the original narrative. What makes Mann's version distinctive is its deliberate cinematic style. Infused with sweeping landscapes, powerful music, and tight action sequences, the film evokes the essence of a Western without fully embracing the genre's tropes. The production design and attention to period detail elevate the story, making it feel immersive and visceral. Yet beneath the film's technical brilliance lies a more complex discussion about historical representation. The original novel, while celebrated in its time, has long been criticized for its racist depictions of Native Americans and its glorification of European colonialism. Many of the earlier screen adaptations, including D.W. Griffith's 1909 short film Leatherstocking and the 1977 TV movie by James L. Conway, perpetuated these issues without reflection. Griffith's involvement is particularly troubling given his reputation for directing The Birth of a Nation, a film infamous for its overt racism despite its cinematic innovations. Mann's film, while still bound to the problematic source material, introduces subtle revisions that hint at a more critical view of colonialism. It does not fully absolve itself of historical inaccuracy. Dramatic liberties are taken that can distort the viewer's understanding of real events, but the film adds nuance in its character dynamics and portrayal of Native American agency. For instance, Magua, played by Wes Studi, is portrayed not just as a villain, but as a man shaped by trauma and betrayal, giving depth to a character historically written as a savage antagonist. Critics of the film point out that even a well-meaning remake contributes to the romanticization of colonization if it doesn't explicitly address the realities of genocide and displacement faced by indigenous peoples. It's true that without proper context, viewers may walk away with a distorted understanding of this chapter of history. But The Last of the Mohicans, 1992, also serves as an example of how modern filmmakers can reframe outdated narratives, even imperfectly, to better reflect a more truthful and critical lens. In the end, Michael Mann's adaptation does not rewrite history, but it does offer a more visually compelling and slightly more thoughtful rendering of a story long overdue for scrutiny. It's a film that demands to be seen not only for its artistic strengths, but also for the conversations it can spark about how history is told and who gets to tell it.